Hello, welcome to Looking Through the Glass. I'm co-host Sela,
I'm Giselle.
as you know. Thank you for returning.
So, before I start this video, we were just kind of sitting here thinking about what we were going to do our next video on. We were going to change it up a little bit. Clearly, we're not going to change it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to hit a little bit differently, a different kind of trauma, a different kind of base on it. But I found this video earlier today before she came over, and I'm going to turn up the volume so y'all can try to hear it, and then and have her listen
You
to.
play it on your stereo.
I heard.
Today I had therapy and told my therapist sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. And she was like, what do you mean? And so I told her that I sometimes have conversations with myself. And she said, do you have conversations with yourself or with someone else in your head? And I said, myself. Like it is like a full conversation with myself. And she goes, can I say something that could potentially offend you? And I was like, yeah, sure, go for it. You know, I trust her. I trust her judgment, so I was like, yes, absolutely. And she said, it is a trauma response. She said, you are having conversations with yourself because you feel like you are the only person you can trust with a conversation. Because if you have a conversation with someone else, they can use your words as ammunition.
So, and just in case I didn't pick up on that audio, basically, we are having people who have conversations with themselves are basically having that conversation because they're only trusting themselves enough
Due to trauma.
and because we don't want it to be used as ammunition against us in the future.
In other words, narcissistic abuse.
Also, out there, there's a little wording on that video that also states that we have those conversations with ourselves for try to have more confidence and in ourselves, and because we are more confident with our own being. When I showed her that video before we started this, it kind of touched a little close to home with her, and she started to cry. When I watched that video, I didn't only see myself, but I saw her. And it's a really hard subject because, as we just discussed, there's things that I have a conversation with myself about because I don't have the confidence or I'm not comfortable having that conversation with anybody else, including my mom, who is my mom, my best friend, the person I'd go to for anything and everything. She knows pretty much anything. But the only reason why it's just I'm not, and she has that same boundary, is there's things that she can trust me, but there's not that boundary of being a mother and a daughter.
And I think it's I'm trying my best not to cry. But as we know, this is a healing process, and like I said last night, I can't let you guys only see the woohoo, everything's great, because I am still healing in so many ways, and you do, we all are, you know?
Yeah.
I think from having so much trauma and abuse and everything I've ever said to anybody for so long, it just does that to you on certain things. And you know, most of the time what happens is like I was telling you, I trust you as much as I trust Christy. Christy is, I've known her, she'll kill me for saying this, but I've known her since we were 12 years old. I won't say how many years, because she'll kick my ass. Because she's 27. When I've known her longer than that. We met when we were 12 years old, and immediately we understood each other because of the paranormal stuff. And she's actually the one that taught me a lot about things.
Yeah.
But I'll still have those conversations with myself a trillion times before I have them with you or with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, her and I both, you know, we discussed it recently. When it comes to the deep, dark things, the really embarrassing things, or things that we feel we should be embarrassed about, but we shouldn't. Like this whole situation, reason why, one of the reasons why, and about different abuse situations that we've both occurred within our lives. And I'm starting to shake. I'm trying to think of the right words to put it, because it can so easily be twisted. As we were just talking
about it.
There you go. I'll have a conversation with myself a dozen times, and then I'll have the conversation with you a dozen times, and then I'll have the conversation with myself a dozen more times, and then I'll go to somebody else and ask for advice on how to do that. And you know, like, and that's, so part of me says yes, that's trauma, but there is another side of it. And this is something that I recently learned from a psychic. And she says that all of us have these abilities if we work on them. And some of us are just born with them. I did not know that this was doing what it was until recently. And it's calling on your higher self.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally calling your higher self to help you understand and make the best movement. And when you have the conversations with the other people in your head, it is you calling on their higher self. That you're going literally into the upper realms and you are talking to them in the future. Your future self is going to them. And if you notice, and I've kind of it's so funny we chumped on that, but that's why the shaking was. This is a message. Sorry. I know we were going one place, but it's kind of going another. You could take it wherever you want from here, but it is literally, it is a psychic ability.
Yeah.
Which I did not know that. I was like, I've been doing that my whole life.
Yeah, part of it I can see, because I know part of it is a trauma base, because I would not be in a how to explain it, like a better state of mind when I'm having that conversation. As to, there are times where I'm literally just like having a basic conversation with myself.
Yeah.
There's a basic conversation, and then there's the scenario playouts in my head.
So this is kind of my theory on that. So therapists are only this realm. There's very few, and I'm not saying that there's none, because there are some that actually do this realm and other realms. So coming from somebody that is interested in and knows of there being other realms, someone that else who knows there's other realms and there's other times of you, we have access to us in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And what I think that really is very well trauma response, but it's us healing ourselves. It is us going to ourself to get advice, to calm us, And yeah, we're going to go to ourselves like ourselves. We're going to go to ourselves crying, throwing a fit, mad, in a frenzy. You know what I mean? Because we can be ourselves with ourselves.
Keep talking.
But Sela's infomercial. Please like and subscribe. We're trying to go a lot of different places with this. Apparently, this is still trauma response 1, but it is needed. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Beep. Welcome back to Looking Through the Glass.
I mean, we probably could have cut it there too.
Why not? I want to do an infomercial. Please. No. Next time you need a phone.
There was one right there.
The telethons.
Oh.
Mrs. Maisel, the telethons. But anyhow, so that's kind of how I'm blending the two, because there is a lot of things that I know that I've personally experienced with that, and Candace something rather is her name. I cannot remember it. I'll probably try to figure out how to put a link to her. She has a YouTube podcast. She has a podcast. She's actually quite informational, and I absolutely love going to her, because you'll actually find out things about yourself, and she teaches you on how to enhance different abilities too. Because we do each have the same things. Some of us are just, this isn't our first time around. Mm-hmm. This isn't our second time around. This isn't our 100th time around. And some of us have had multiple lives in multiple worlds and realms, and you know, the star seeds and stuff like that. And I know I'm a star seed. All my numbers stated. All my numbers are star seed numbers. It's kind of creepy. I did all of our numerology, our basic ones. We're all interconnecting with each other.
Yeah.
That's how I know we're all made for a mission here. Shaking.
You keep drinking, I'll shake.
Tweak, where are you, Tweak? I need some extra shake.
He's sleeping. Leave him
He's
alone.
been asleep since I got here. I guess if he probably needs it. He's retarded.
He
a special
is
needs.
not. Leave him alone.
He's a special needs kid.
Y'all will meet Tweak. And yes, I named my cat Tweak.
It's because
He
can only do a circle in one direction.
he doesn't know how to turn in the other direction.
He only can do it, and he can only look up at you like this, and so he does
tries.
circles.
He gets mad.
They met him because
we haven't posted any of them yet.
Oh, we haven't. I've been trying to figure out which ones we've been posting or not. Sorry, we need to get back to it. I guess this was an actual infomercial break time.
But I think that was a good one. I don't want to make it too long.
All right, so excuse our blah blah blahs. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us as I continue to cry out to you and beg for your support. We really, 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 really want to go live.
I mean, come on, guys. I don't see why y'all can't comment on this one and be like, yeah, I know how you feel, or
yeah, I do the same thing.
Or I agree with you. Or hey guys,
fuck off.
I don't do that. Or that.
I don't care. Type fuck off.
We want to hear from you guys. We want to know your experiences. What you might share your story. You can come to us anonymously if you want. We are okay with that.
We have to put our email on there.
We will.
They can't come to us anonymously if we don't put our email on
Yes, they
there.
can. Because I'm going to be adding our Facebook page on there soon, too.
Okay, yeah. So we are doing expanding. We have a TikTok now. We're doing so. We are getting our shit together. Woohoo! Thank you.
Bearing with us, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank
we
you very
will
much.
get these things added so that way you guys can go check out these other things, reach out to us, so that way it's not just YouTube as well. And that way you guys can share your stories because we do want to hear from you.
We know that we're not alone. We know that aliens are here.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got the button.
And you have to wait for Sela's signature.
My signature. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us. Till next time.
You should have held it.
I know. This is my signature, apparently. Goodbye.